most trustless name in news.
Everyone is talking about Blackrock when it comes to the institutional landscape of Bitcoin. Blackrock CEO Larry Fink is praising BTC across the airwaves. Blackrock Bitcoin Private Trust is live. And the Blackrock Bitcoin ETF is submitted, waiting for a decision by the SEC. BlackRock is the world's largest asset manager. But what if I told you the world's second largest asset manager is following in their footsteps with Bitcoin? The rich are coming for Bitcoin. Good thing you and I are already here because it's time for Chico Crypto. BlackRock, BlackRock, BlackRock. Yes, indeed, they are moving swiftly into the Bitcoin space. Larry Fink, BlackRock CEO, is mad bullish.
Specifically on Bitcoin, we're a believer in digitization of products, and we do believe it could revolutionize finance. It's digitizing gold in many ways as a hedge against inflation, a hedge against the devaluation of your currency. Bitcoin is an international asset, and so it can represent an asset that people can play as an alternative.
BlackRock has launched a Bitcoin private trust, only open to institutional clients. Although in the launch of the trust, BlackRock said, BlackRock has been conducting work in 4 areas of digital assets, including permissioned blockchains, stablecoins, crypto assets, and tokenization. BlackRock's interest in these markets goes beyond just Bitcoin. But regarding their other BTC moves, as everybody knows, BlackRock has a Bitcoin ETF application in with the SEC, and the next decision for its approval is coming next month, October 17th. BlackRock has over $9.3 trillion in assets under management, AUM. There are only 2 countries in the world whose GDP is bigger than BlackRock's AUM. That is the United States and China. But what if I told you another investment firm with $7.7 trillion AUM was coming for Bitcoin in a big way too? And it's BlackRock's biggest competitor? If you haven't guessed who it is already, the investment firm is Vanguard. From their Wikipedia, we can confirm that they do in fact have $7.7 trillion AUM as of April of this year. So why do I think this? Vanguard's coming for Bitcoin. Well, number one, when BlackRock makes a move in Bitcoin, Vanguard is quick to follow suit, usually one-upping their competitor. For example, investments in the Bitcoin firm MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy was the first publicly traded company to adopt Bitcoin as its primary treasury reserve asset. From this tracker of their investments, we can see the firm holds 152,800 Bitcoins, worth nearly $4 billion at today's prices. From this Fintel financial data tracker, we can see BlackRock invested in MicroStrategy first in 2022, February 8th to be exact, which gave them a 7.3% stake in the company. They added to their investment in 2023, February 3rd to be exact, increasing their stake to 8.1%. Looking at Vanguard investments into MicroStrategy, their first investment came just 2 days after BlackRock's first, February 10th, 2022. And they basically matched BlackRock's investment with a 7.26% stake. They then invested a second time, February 9th, 2023, just 6 days after BlackRock's second investment. But this time they one-upped BlackRock, increasing their stake to 9.9%. So indirectly, through company ownership, BlackRock owns 8.1% of MicroStrategy's over 152,000 Bitcoin treasury holdings. BlackRock owns 12,376 BTC. Vanguard owns 9.9%. They indirectly own 15,127 BTC. MicroStrategy is just one example of Vanguard following BlackRock's lead and then one-upping them. In the Bitcoin mining space, we see the same trend. As we can see, BlackRock first invested in the Bitcoin mining firm Riot Platforms in February of this year, the 3rd to be exact, and they got themselves a 6.8% stake. Well, checking out Vanguard, they first invested in Riot 6 days after this, February 9th of this year, and they got themselves a bigger stake than Blackrock, 9.09%. But then they increased their stake July 10th, pushing their ownership to 10.24%. Once again, Vanguard follows right behind Blackrock and then one-ups them. This isn't the only example in the Bitcoin mining space either. With the smaller firm, Stronghold Digital Mining, we can see Vanguard is their #1 investor with 2.92% of their shares. BlackRock is the second with 0.84% of their shares. From total investments in Bitcoin mining companies, this trend continues. BlackRock is second to Vanguard. BlackRock holds just over $595 million in different mining firms, while Vanguard holds over $615 million. So could a Vanguard BTC ETF be coming soon? Well, I think yes. Let me explain why soon. But first, here's a quick word from the sponsor of today's video, XCAD. And like always, the full details of our agreement can be found in the description. Watch to Earn is crushing Move to Earn and Play to Earn. If you haven't seen my previous XCAD videos, stop this one, catch up, and come back. The links are below. And if you're not earning because XCAD wasn't available for iOS, your wait is over. The iOS version is now available. I repeat, XCAD for iOS has officially released, and I'm going to show you right now how to install it so you too can start earning just like me. Note, we're not adding XCAD through the App Store. It's actually super easy. We're adding XCAD through this URL, which is conveniently linked in the description below. Okay, so find and copy this link. Then open Safari on your iPhone. Now simply paste into the address bar and go to the site. Next, we'll click this icon. Then we're gonna simply click Add to Home Screen, and bada bing, bada boom, we now have XCAD on the iPhone. Earners like me can log in and get straight to watching and earning. And if you aren't earning yet, make sure to listen up. Go and find this access code in the description and sign up. And make sure to mint yourself a nerd NFT so you can start earning for watching YouTube too. Seriously, what are you waiting for? Check this out. Here are my two nerds. These guys are making me nearly $150 a day. It's wild. So far, I've earned a very real $3,920 for watching 277 YouTube videos the last few weeks. It can't get any easier, especially now that we don't even need a computer to do this. With the iOS release, we can now start earning directly from our iPhone. Well, I'm gonna get back to earning money for watching YouTube, but be on the lookout for more XCAD coverage from me, sharing more feature releases and upgrades, and those updated earnings. Join me and get ahead of the trend. You'll find the links for the XCAD Telegram, the new iOS link, the link for Android and the Chrome extension, along with all the important access codes down in the description. Now back to why I think a Vanguard BTC ETF is on the horizon. Blackguard and Vanguard, both firms believe the future of finance is in the world of tokenization. Here is Larry Fink of BlackRock's thoughts about this future.
I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities.
The tokenization of securities. Well, Vanguard is actually further ahead than BlackRock on this. All the way back in 2020, they were running a tokenized securities pilot. The article states, in close collaboration with a large US ABS issuer, as well as BNY Mellon, Citi, and State Street, Vanguard successfully modeled the full life cycle of an asset-backed security, settled on distributed ledger technology, DLT network, by replicating end-to-end transaction flows. Now, BlackRock has been pretty clear about when they move into the tokenization space, who their partner is going to be. For their Bitcoin ETF, they named Coinbase as their custodian. Also, in their Bitcoin private trust release, they said BlackRock recently announced a partnership with Coinbase that will provide common clients of Aladdin and Coinbase access to the digital assets trading lifecycle through connectivity between Coinbase and the Aladdin platform, starting with Bitcoin. Starting with Bitcoin, yeah, when they move into tokenized securities and other crypto assets, their partner is going to be Coinbase. Although, who could Vanguard be possibly partnering with? Well, recent Bitcoin wallet movements and accumulation by a certain wallet may just reveal exactly who it is. Now, there was a wallet receiving a ton of Bitcoin, its address accumulating over 118,000 BTC, worth over $3 billion in just 3 months. No one knew who it was, with many people theorizing it was Blackrock preparing for their ETF. But crypto investigators figured it out through blockchain analysis. They came to the conclusion that this wallet was owned by Robinhood. And the Peruvian bull who analyzed the blockchain concluded that it was likely for an institutional client of Robinhood. Who is the largest shareholder of Robinhood? Of course it is. It's none other than Vanguard. Well, my friends, BlackRock is going with Coinbase as they venture into the world of crypto and tokenization. And from my research, it looks to me Vanguard is going with Robinhood. And Vanguard may be possibly stacking Bitcoin in preparation for their own Bitcoin offerings. Even if it isn't Vanguard, it looks like an institutional company is looking to go big with Bitcoin through Robinhood. Cheers, viewers. I'll see you next time.
The most trustless name in news.